with an opposite color jersey?
Very excited, going through fall camp, all spring ball, just competing with the team, getting each other better. But it's about that time, everyone excited around the country about college football starting, and no different here.
You've been called the triple option Tech killer. Do you feel that you have earned that title, and do you think that'll help translate to Kansas State or a lot of options?
Kansas State runs a little bit of option. I wouldn't say there's too much crossover, but doing well against the option is definitely going to benefit my gameplay in times that they do run the option. But, Kansas State's a different team. They're not Georgia Tech. They have different philosophies, and I'm just excited to execute the game plan.
You personally look forward to the opportunity to face a quarterback that runs as much as he does?
Yeah, definitely. Provides a challenge for the defense, being ready for the quarterback option, quarterback zone read. But as far as being able to throw it too, you have to be ready for that.
Coach Venables was saying that he throws the 2014 defense in y'all's faces a lot. Does that kind of push you guys, and are y'all kind of using that as a barometer for this year?
Absolutely. I mean, him with as much as he compares, different defenses to the 2014 team, that's a goal that we strive to get to, because if he's comparing that defense as the best to do it, then why wouldn't we want to be at their standard? I was here at that time. I know what it looks like. I know what it takes to get to that level, and it's definitely a goal for this defense.
He was saying a lot of that was guys need to buy in and put in all the extra work, and he said those guys just couldn't get enough football and that kind of stuff. You kind of sense that with this defense too.
Yeah, it's like that every year. It's really just getting the whole defense in on it, bringing young guys along with you to watch film. All the little things matter, up to the last second of the game. There's never too much film that can be watched, so taking that into consideration with the game plan is just something to get to that level.
Coach Venables seems to have a really certain high level of affection for that 2014 team, and said he uses their tapes a lot. Do you notice him kind of get extra animated if he's maybe showing you something from that particular team? Is there to see if his eyes kind of light up, so to speak?
To be honest, it doesn't really take much for him to even point it out, because everyone that's been around the program knows how legit that 2014 defense has been. You just go down the roster and look where those guys are at now. They're all over the NFL, and so I'm thankful because I know what it takes. I know how hard those guys worked, and me being the young guy at that time, them bringing me along, I hope I can shed some light on some of the younger guys and tell them the importance of how much the details matter.
We all have the windshield mentality, and you put last year behind you, but how much do y'all actually talk about the opportunity you have to repeat, because it's so rare in college football for that to happen?
It was rare for us to go back last year, I don't think there's been a team that's been back-to-back. But to be honest, there's really not that much conversation. It would definitely be awesome. I'd be lying to say that's not in the back of our head to make a three-peat. But we're just focused on first game of the season, winning the opener, and everything else will fall into place. Absolutely. There's a lot of unknowns on this team. I feel like people think every year, it happens every year, oh, how's Clemson's defense going to be? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And, I think the best thing we do is shut all that out. We don't pay attention to the media too much. What we control, and that's how we practice, what we're watching on film, our attitude every day, and coming in and working hard. And by doing that, I feel like it just goes all around defense, and just everyone buys into that. Absolutely. This being my last year, I'm really excited to put a statement on my legacy here at Clemson. I've been very patient in my time here. I've earned my stripes, and I'm ready to just let it loose, to be honest.
Coach V always says that the best teams are self-led. The players are leading the team. Is there an example from fall camp or over the summer where you can think of an example where the players kind of police themselves or took care of something? You don't have to call somebody out, but just an example of where, the players took care of things?
Yeah, for sure. Skills and drills happens in the summer. It's definitely player-led. No coaches are allowed to be out there or anything like that. And just say, like, one day, it wasn't the tempo or intensity that offense or defense wasn't bringing it, and it came to a point to where me and some of the older guys, offensively and defensively, we just called it up real quick and just let everyone know, like, yo, this is not how we do it. Everyone get right. Like, this is not who we are. And from then on, further, you know, everything just took care of itself.
Do you maybe learn more about your teammates, and especially the newer guys, about what type of unit you have during that time when the coaches aren't around? I mean, is that the guys kind of maybe show their true colors more than when you're being instructed by the staff?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, everyone can come in at instructed times and come and check the box and do what they're asked, but to see guys come in on their own when it's not mandatory, when coaches aren't hovering over your shoulder to see what you're doing, that's really where the leadership comes out, because you see who really cares and who it really matters to. And I'm thankful for that, because, you know, it's an early glimpse of what's there to see in the season, you know. And this past offseason, you know, there was a lot of young guys that came in, old guys, young guys, and I'm thankful for that, because that's the culture that Sweeney tries to instill in us, and guys just buying in.
Coaches talk about the importance of facing adversity in camp. You said you guys challenged yourselves a ton. Do you feel that way? How tough was this camp compared to others?
It was definitely tough. I mean, me being here for quite some time, it's a little different. I feel like the new facility definitely helped as far as just change the scenery and how things were orchestrated. But it was definitely tough, you know, a lot of new faces, a lot of competition at all levels, all positions, and just competing against each other, and even challenging the quarterbacks on the defense to push them out of their comfort zone, you know, to get them to where they need to be.
What impact did that competition have on the team?
I think it created a selfless attitude, you know, at all positions. It doesn't matter who's running out there with the first team, who's running out there with the second team. If one person makes a play, we all make the play. We're all celebrating, and that's what team's about.
Christian said that he grabbed Jordan Williams and Justin Foster when they got here and was like, okay, this is the way we do it. Did you do that with some of the linebackers?
Absolutely. I mean, I felt obligated because Ben's gone, and granted, Kendall Joseph is also a vet leader here, but me being the old guy, you know, me learning from Ben and Stephon Anthony and Spencer Shuey and all those guys, I firsthand know what it takes and how hard you have to work. So as soon as the young guys came in, I let them know this is how it's done. We don't complain about working hard. We just keep our head down and do it. You know, that's not even within the players. Coach Venables, that's our identity. Since I've been here, that's what he demands from us, and he's not going to stop until he demands it. So you can go against the grain or you can go with the flow.
You mentioned Stephon a lot. Is he the one that maybe grabbed you first and instilled that in you?
Yeah, to be honest, I would say he is. Just not necessarily vocally, but just how he led by his actions. I have a ton of respect for him just because I know how hard he worked day in and day out, and the type of mindset and attitude he brought every day, and it definitely showed.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks a lot.